with business, new approaches are being developed, new and innovative. So stewardship always look for improvised and innovative ways rather than inventions and sorting to discovery. Okay, then next slide. Then what are the challenges and obstacles in adopting environmental stewardship? As we all know, lack of awareness and understanding. Then resistance to change, financial constraints, lack of collaboration and partnership. That is more aware of our rights, not our responsibilities. We must have this responsibility mindset. Then only we will be able to collaborate with others, and that partnership will be helping us to be more responsible stewards. Yes, next. So these are some activities that inspire environmental stewardship. Next. So when we think of the environmental stewardship, we have to have a look at the 9 planetary boundaries. Whether we have crossed it, or whether we are within the limits, or whether we are anticipating some negative and undesirable changes. So this picture gives about which boundaries have we passed. That is climate change, land usage, it is in zone of uncertainty. And the 3-1, ozone acidification, freshwater use, ozone depletion, these are within sustainable boundary. And what is in the danger zone? Geochemical flows and biodiversity loss. And what is the next one? Chemical pollution and aerosol pollution, boundary not yet known. That should be discussed more, because whether we are crossed the boundaries or we are reaching the boundaries or whether are in a threat. So there we have to think more about sustainable chemistry education, and that is why we are focusing more on this sustainable chemistry. See, in every these 9 aspect, the chemistry has, or the chemical changes that is taking place, maybe with the industries, or from the technology or more inventions, everything has this chemical impact, undesirable chemical impact is they raising day by day. So these chemical changes can bring about a great level or a level of degradation of the environment, depletion of the environment. So we have to go for some sustainable chemistry education. That is why I'm focusing on these aspects. Next. Climate change. That is a major concern. Our diseases, our food habits, our health systems, health of the environment, everything depends on this climate. And this climate changes are become unpredictable. We have been able to forecast the climate, the changes in the climate for years. But now we are, even with the help of the latest technology, we are not able to identify. Even NASA is sometimes, they are finding it difficult for this positive and constructive weather forecast. So this climate change becomes a greater disaster for the humanity. So next. See, what are our planet in peril, the human causes and global effects of climate change. See, all these are, we know, we have been facing it. Greenhouse gases, ocean under stress, unprecedented global warming, widespread deforestation, and more frequent and intense extremes. Next. What's the global warming versus climate change? The gradual increase of Earth's surface temperature, because in Kerala we are facing this temperature change nowadays, where we can anticipate heavy rain also, and the long-term change in global weather patterns everywhere, all over the world, all over the globe. There is a change in the weather patterns. Yes, next. Social and economic impact of climate change. This may be reminding us about the environmental sustainability. Okay, next. Biodiversity loss matters. See, this is a statistics from all over the world. That gives us a very focused notion regarding how we have to preserve the biodiversity. And not simply biodiversity, the environmental ecological systems itself. That's next. What is causing this biodiversity loss? There also comes the chemical impact, undesirable chemical impact, or the chemical changes that is leading to this biodiversity loss. That is land and sea usage, sea use change, then climate change, that is the change in the agriculture system, use of manures, then unconstructive ways of depleting the land. Everything causes this biodiversity loss. And one major concern in this slide, you can see invasive alien species. Because every geographical system has an ecological system also. There is a consonance with this ecological systems that will be helping the geographical context to survive. But knowingly or unknowingly, because the migration to other countries have been increasing day by day, and there is invasion of all the species, not to our countries, but to other countries also. But whether they are geographic sensitive, we are not concerned. So that becomes a threat, because in our ponds, our water systems, water bodies, everything is getting contaminated with the invasion of this alien species. Even in our food items, whether it is suitable for our digestive system, we are not bothered. We are just taking it, and because we know there are so many different kinds of medicines we can intake. But that is not the solution. That's not a constructive solution. And pollution, there is no need to explain. And direct exploitation, there is demographic and socio-cultural changes, then economic and technological changes, then conflicts and epidemics. Because we have a notion that we have eradicated all the epidemics, but it is regaining its strength, its vigor, in spite of all the medicinal or the preventive measures that we have been adopted. So this is the condition that we are facing now. And next. Tips to encourage environmental sustainability, that is green your community. Then start your food scraps revolution. Turn off the lights, turn off the action. Because light pollution is the most dangerous one that we are facing today. At night, every city is flooded. That is causing the biological system of all other species, not even human beings, even the birds, even the animals, they are in a confusion. And that is making their lifestyles perishable. That is what is happening today. Then give trees a break. Then switch to shine. Let us talk fresh. Then think twice. Buy wise. And trivia. Okay. Next, these are some tips to sustainable. And what are the best practices framework? Energy efficiency, water and wastewater systems. Then green building. Climate-friendly forecasting or purchasing, the renewable energy, all these we have discussed. Next. Tips for sustainability lifestyles. Sustainable conservation we have seen. What is this sustainable lifestyle? Responsible consumption. Don't go for the rate, just learn to satisfy our needs. Then sustainable mobility. And mobility, because the pollution is this greenhouse gases are mainly from vehicles, and this chlorofluorocarbons that have been emitted into the atmosphere, it is causing or it is making us most toxic. And we have to, now we are resorting to this electric vehicles and other sort of vehicles. Then sustainable food, just I have said, food must be the medicine for us, not the intake of other medicines. A healthy lifestyle that Ayurveda has given us. Ayurveda mixed with modern tradition we can adopt, not simply resorting to Ayurveda alone. And sustainable design, that is green architecture, everything. Then recycle and use less plastic. I don't know whether it will happen or not. But even then, environmental education, that will be making the people more aware of for this sustainable lifestyles. Next. These are some ways. Next. So the three pillars of sustainable development, that is economy, society, and environment. And this is connected with that has been enunciated in the Sustainable Development Goals, 17 goals. That is responsible goal number 2, 12, responsible consumption and production and climate change action. And this is given in the 12 principles of green chemistry. That is basic chemistry learning with green chemistry oriented aspects. That is green chemistry. And that is termed as sustainable chemistry also. Next. So waving the green flag, emerging methods in sustainable chemistry, inorganic catalysis, measures of sustainability, and green chemistry education. So greening the environment, that is making us more productive, more healthy, more adaptive, and more sustainable. So this is meant by this greening the environment. Next. So these are the green chemistry concepts that we have to discuss. Please, next slide. Next slide. Yes. These are the different aspects of green chemistry. We have in one point is green engineering. That is the most important thing, that, and the other sustainable industry, renewable resources, everything. Yes, next. So what is green chemistry? Environmentally benign products, environmentally soft and environmentally safe products through this renewable raw materials, green solvents, green catalysis, everything. Next. So the sustainable chemistry is in consonance with this green chemistry. That will be helping, or that will be blending the all three aspects, that is ecology, sustainability, and economy, and society and environment will be recouped with their every aspects, that is resources, then, and safety also. Next. So this is about green chemistry. Next. These are the 12 principles of green chemistry. You see, everything we have discussed, that is energy efficiency, reducing design for degradation, everything has been discussed under this green chemistry. That is forecasting a sustainable environment and sustainability lifestyles also. Next. This is also, these are the principles connected with the sustainable goals, sustainable development goals. This picture gives the 12 principles of chemistry connected with the 15 goals. Yes, next. These are the principles. Okay, next. That is sustainable chemistry. The green chemistry, synonymous with sustainable chemistry, and that talks about development and application of chemicals, chemical processes, and products that benefit current and future generations without harmful impacts to humans or ecosystems. So the last word is very, very important. Without harmful impacts. That is health and safety impacts, then circularity, climate and ecosystem impact. Next. Sustainable chemistry education. That is, we have to focus on sustainable chemistry education, taking into consideration all these aspects. Next. Next. So what we have to do for this sustainable chemistry education? It is one thing is conceptual literacy, that is having knowledge about everything, and critical literacy, that is adoption of socio-scientific issues that advance chemistry education. And it has some different aspects also. So instead of having the information, we have to think critically, act purposefully, and deal effectively with the issues in the environment so that we can have more sustainability, living and lifestyles. Next. So what is role of green education in achieving sustainable development goals? That is, we have discussed it. Next point. So challenges. What are the challenges in implementing this green education for sustainable development goals? One is limited knowledge about ESD. Then incompatibility of green education with the regular curriculum, and lack of ESD related themes in educational curricula, insufficient resources and teaching materials, and limited integration of ESD into teacher training program. And this must be changed. How the teachers, as teachers, how we can move in this line. That should be the major concern. Next. The future outlook of green chemistry. You can just go through that. What we have discussed is the same. Next. So this is contributors to system thinking, because different systems connected with the sustainable chemistry education. That's environmental life cycle, environmental sciences, civil and environmental engineering, communication and marketing, everything. It has a major role in this sustainable chemistry education. Next. What are the skills for the future? From this, we have come to a conclusion that what should be the skills needed for the future. That is social transition, digital transition, personal, ecological transition. That all the three will be leading to personal development. And the digital literacy, data analysis, programming literacy, everything is given as the offshoot of this combination of skills, and that will be helping us to lead a better life in future. Next. So this skilling is a lifelong journey. Next. So what will society be like in 2030? It is the mobility, food consumption, urban planning, agriculture. Everything must have a root on our tradition, our culture, our preservation, our philosophy, our science. And that is enunciated by the Indian knowledge system. Next. What should be the teachers do? NEP says teachers will have an opportunity to nurture adaptability and innovation in their classrooms. They have to prioritize multidisciplinary thinking, embrace technology in the classroom, make students lifelong learners. And that is the only way for better adaptability and life skill. Next. And this is also given in this is the nutshell of benefits of NEP. Next. So what should be then? Develop a common vision, integrate available knowledge, available resources, available strategies with the modern one, and implement actions together. And we must learn from experience. Experience is the best teacher. That is given by our culture also. Next. Okay, safe future planning. Let us strive together, all of us, irrespective of race, culture, race, state, or place, geographical, whatever it may be. Let us join together for a safe and future planning. Thank you very much. It has given me a lot of great opportunity to go through all these slides, prepare everything, and I am reminded of many things because I am very much interested in environmental education. My students also are working on it, so it was a great chance for me to go through all these points, and let us hope that we can have a better future, or we can give our next generation a better and safe environment. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, I think I
Thank you so much.
have. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you all for listening to me. I think that
Thank you, ma'am.
useful points for you, because these are the concerns of everybody in this world. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for such a thought provoking and enlightening session. Your insights on environmental sustainability have truly broadened our perspectives. Now, we move on to the question and answer session.
Okay.
We now open the floor for the participants. Dear participants who wish to clarify doubts or share their reflections may kindly raise your questions.
You can add any point because that will be fruitful for others. Because localities differ, experiences differ, outcomes also differ. Okay. Madam, there is no question, no issue, because these are raising too many questions in our mind, isn't it? For that, we have to resort to many constructive solutions also.
They have raised questions in the chat box.
Okay,
Can I
please.
read it?
No, it's not
One of
visible.
the participants
Okay,
has raised carbon capture and hydrogen technologies are not widely available yet. Any government plans for this?
I'm not sure because these are very intricate processes, and that may be the reason hydrogen is not available in the is not freely available in the environment, isn't it? So that may be one reason. And carbon technology means carbon footprint, carbon aggregation, everything is done, but I don't know whether researches are going on or not. Even in the US, even in developed countries, I'm not sure. Let me search for that.
May I go to the next question, ma'am?
Huh.
Another participant has raised,
Hmm.
you mentioned about frameworks such as
Yeah.
knowledge co-production,
Hmm.
NEP 2020's greening of education, and global
Global climate governance.
ma'am, do
In
you
this
think
main
countries may
research
be leading
genuinely
environmental knowledge or they risk re-inscribing epistemic hierarchy by selectively appropriating indigenous
adopt.
wisdom without altering the structural logic of capitalist development and resource exploitation?
These are very large issues that we can talk about or we can contemplate on. This global climate governance, even we are not having a catch on or have a hold on the climate change that is happening in our own state or in our own village. I don't know how we can talk about this climate governance, global climate governance, and I don't. And what do you mean by this decolonize environmental knowledge? I don't know what you mean by that. Decolonize environmental knowledge. Environment is not knowledge is not at all colonized, because every disaster or every change that we feel in Kerala or in India, it is the other countries also are prone to such kind of climate changes nowadays. Earlier, it was not like that. The globalization has taken place in the climate change also, maybe. So I don't know. I'm not sure. Okay, these are the very major concerns. I don't know you are satisfied with this answer because I'm unaware of it. That's why. Then
Any more questions?
selectively studying indigenous wisdom. Why do we go for this selective study? Every indigenous system or indigenous wisdom has been proven through experience for ages. Whether it is adaptable in our condition or not, that must be experimented. Whether it is adaptable or appropriate for the current living situations, that we can experiment, that we can adopt. If not positive or it is making some negative impact, we can either improvise it or we can resort to other systems. This time has its own limits, isn't it? There is the knowledge or wisdom that is prevalent today or that has gained significance today after 50 years may be becoming obsolete. It's unpredictable. But even then, every indigenous system has its own roots in that particular culture that we can adopt or we can adopt. It's up to us.
Any
Yes.
more questions, participants?
Any other questions? I'm hinting at capitalist motive of environment studies. Okay, they might have their own inclinations, their own interests. Because capitalist countries means the entire system is different from the developing countries. So their intentions, their objectives, their likes may be different. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you all for the valuable questions and reflections. Now, I invite Dr. A. Nimesha to propose the vote of thanks.
Gratitude indeed completes every meaningful gathering. A very warm and pleasant evening to all. As we come to the close of day 5 of the 1 week virtual faculty development program on IKS Embedded Sustainable Education for Digital Natives organized by the PG and Research Department of English, Fatima College, it is my privilege to propose the vote of thanks. I extend my sincere gratitude to our respected secretary, Dr. Sister Ignatius Mary, whose visionary leadership and constant encouragement continue to guide and strengthen all our academic endeavors. My heartfelt thanks to our esteemed principal, Reverend Dr. Sister Fatima Mary, for her unwavering support, inspiring guidance, and continuous motivation in making this program a meaningful success. I express my heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed resource person, Dr. Bindu, Professor, Department of Education, University of Kerala, for her highly enlightening and thought provoking session on promoting environmental stewardship through sustainable chemistry education. Her scholarly insights, rich academic experience, and inspiring perspectives have truly broadened our understanding of sustainability, resilience, and its vital role in nurturing environmental responsibility. Thank you, ma'am, for sharing your expertise with us.
Thank you very much.
I gratefully acknowledge our head of the department, Dr. P.V. Christi Shanti, for her commitment to academic excellence and for her constant support throughout the organization of this program. My sincere appreciation goes to the organizing secretaries for this faculty development program, Dr. S. Saira Banu, Dr. S. J. Kala, and Dr. R. Shaktishwari, for their thoughtful coordination and unwavering commitment to the seamless execution of this program. I also extend my heartfelt thanks to the coordinators, Dr. G. Priya, Dr. A. J. Bernita, and Mrs. Amala Jayashali for their tireless coordination and systematic execution of every detail of this program. Finally, I express my sincere gratitude to all the participants. Your consistent presence, active engagement, and thoughtful interactions have made today's session truly enriching and meaningful. Your commitment to collaborative learning is deeply appreciated. Let us continue to learn, grow, and work together towards sustainable and transformative education. Thank you all.
Okay, this is an opportunity to learn, relearn, and unlearn also.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you. Thank you very much. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am, for your words of gratitude. Dear participants, you are requested to switch on your cameras for today's photo session. Thank you, participants. With this, we conclude today's session. I extend my heartfelt thanks to our resource person and to all the participants for your valuable time and active involvement. We look forward to your continued participation, and I warmly invite you all to join us for tomorrow's session as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much.